ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
I am Roland Johns. I am Sim Racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver the number 35, Stand Up to Cancer Forward. I am Sim Racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am Sim Racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from iRacing, driving the number 44 trailer to Canada, and I am Sim Racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am Sim Racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am Sim Racing.
We are Sim Racing.
Hello and welcome to the iRacing short course. This is round number 7. Well, we were out on the west side of the United States. Now we move to the Midwest, to Crandon, Wisconsin, for the Crandon International Raceway. Tonight, the long course, the full course, the whole track is open to racing action. I want to thank our host, of course, Connor Berry, Bronson Cheremani. And of course, we couldn't do that without our great sponsors, CBR Performance Products, AIM Data Systems, Sparka, the number one name in safety, Signature Propellers, Super Clean, K&N, Lawrence Equipment, and Rigid Industries. And of course, myself, Dave Arnold, joined alongside Randall Alvarez. Randall, how are you doing tonight?
Dave, thank you for that beautiful intro. I am doing great. We had a little bit of a rough and tumbly race for the re-race on Tuesday, but Crandon, I'm excited. This has always been a fun track now that we have it and we get to drive on it. Someone that we've seen out on this track have a really dominating run, Mason Prater. So I'm kind of excited to see how he's going to do tonight, and if he's going to be able to reel in Ethan Ebert and keep him away from a 2 back-to-back first place win.
Well, Mason Prater in real life has had some great success here in Crandon also, as well as in the iRacing short course here. And I'm looking forward to some great battles. Ethan Ebert, though, on top last weekend. His teammate, Luke Knupp, in the middle of the pack, not on the podium. And I know there's a points battle going on between those two drivers. And also a great showing, of course, with second place with just drew a blank.
Say that again?
Second place from last week.
Oh, second place last week was
Mason Prater.
Yeah, that was Mason Prater.
And then third place, I was talking about Mason. Wow. Zachary Drapkin in third. So it's going to be curious to see if the momentum from last week will carry into this week here in round 7.
I think it will. That you confused me because you said last week. We didn't race last week. That's why I was.
I know. Yesterday, it's been a long week. I crammed an entire week of work into 3 days because tomorrow I'm off to Baja. And all I can think about is Baja. Everything else is in the past.
No, I understand it,
Looking
man.
forward to some tacos and margaritas and some race trucks through the desert.
That sounds awesome. Well, we saw a really good battle between those three going on. Someone that I wanted to mention that he's had a really good run, but just seems to get the short end of the stick. Colton
I know you're talking, yep.
Twice by admin decision gets knocked off the podium. I don't know exactly what the details were behind that, but the kid's fast. He fights hard to get up there. Hopefully he's able to do the same tonight and work his way up to the front and hopefully for sure get a solid podium finish.
Yeah, definitely. And, one of the cool things about tonight, this is a throwback race, a way back Wednesday, and you're going to see some retro paint schemes on a couple of the drivers. I know Luke and Mason and Nicholas Dachelet also going to be sporting it. So I'm curious to see who else has looked back through the archives to get some iconic paint schemes on their machines.
Yes, that's going to be a blast to run through during the heats and also the feature. And on the ticker, we went ahead and put up the best times. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, we can show that Luke Knupp up there dominating with a 118.153, and right behind him, Holden Hyrider.
Yeah, definitely looking good there for sure. Canup doing well, High Ritter, but it's still early on. Qualifying, some drivers still have to come out. Some just looking to see which line's fastest. And we're going to see. Luke Canup has found a quick way for sure. High Ritter, not surprised he's up there. Prater sitting fourth, Ebert sitting fifth right now. Drapkin, Swain, Carr, Burns, Doshalet there. Williamson, Groom, Cooper, Mimosas.
And then looks like Eberts, Newer, and Dannenberry.
Yep. So I was curious to see right now they're all pretty much the 118, so it's just tenths of a second separating some of these drivers.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how well these drivers can really nail down this track to get that close of a time between each other. It's
yeah, most definitely.
And these aren't, most of these guys are not over the age of 20, so to have that much consistency and speed behind you is really awesome to see that, and that's one thing I like to see carry through into their racing careers in real life, and also their esports career too.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, these I'm seeing so many names up there which are real life race car drivers. These young drivers started out some as young as 5 years old, 7, 8 years old, pretty much the average. When they get into it, the junior ones and the junior twos and the mod carts. And I'm seeing so many of these kids that have come through that program. So I'm going to say they drive better than most adults on the road that I know.
Yeah, I could only imagine with that with that much experience. I can kind of reach back to some of my history from paintball, and I knew that there was one or two kids growing up in the professional field. Their dads were pro paintball players, and they got to play. One of them was on Edmonton Impact, and he's been playing since he was he could hold a paintball gun, and that kid was just a beast playing for Russian Legion and also another team up from the the Sacramento section. But having the ability to really be raised and groomed into a sport like that, it's really awesome, and it's pretty cool to see people develop in that field and take the sport to another level. A lot of experience is great, but when someone's able to take on that sport with a fresh mind and a young mind, they can usually take it to another level that no one really expected.
Well, and especially when it comes to this iRacing, because this is not a video game.
No.
This is a simulation as close as you could without getting in a truck, actual racing. You feel a little bit of the force feedback. You learn how the truck drives, and I've actually seen, some of the drivers that have been iRacing, it's improved their real life factor racing. And I mean, there's some simulators that are pretty realistic out there that we know that, some of them have the full motion simulators, but force feedback, the shiftings, you could blow your motor if you're over revving something, cause damage to your vehicle. And it, just like in real life, will put you out of the race and put you out of the hunt.
Yeah, and it's I can't say it enough. It's so amazing to see that and to have these tools available to us in this time and age. Go back 10 years and you're sitting around with your NES or your PlayStation, or PlayStation 2 10 years, playing Gran Turismo on a controller.
Yeah.
Like it's mind-blowing how far we've come into just the racing industry. And well, it looks like it's time for a quick invocation from our favorite chaplain, Chappie. We'll be right back.
Hello, racers. This is Steve Hansen, chaplain with Racers for Christ. Just wanted to take a time to pray with you before your race. So please bow with me as we pray. Father, I know it may seem silly to pray before a race such as this, but it's a good reminder to us that regardless if we're putting our lives on the line or we're just having a good time, you want to be in constant communication with us. And in that spirit we pray today. And Father, I just ask that you would keep us, our families, our teammates, and our competitors safe during this time, that we would remain healthy while this virus spreads, that we would find security in times of economic uncertainty, and that our community would remain tight and grounded, even though we find ourselves in political turmoil in the community that surrounds us. So, Father, in all this time, all this, I just ask that we would find the health and security and the hope in our future, even though things seem uncertain at this time. So in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Once again, thank you, Chappie, for that beautiful invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done with practice. Qualifying will be coming up in just a second. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wait for Bronson Chermani to bring those beautiful... Oh, man.
Stars and bars.
That's I was like, there's a saying for it, and I just lost it. Stars and bars out onto the track.
I gotcha.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, I just want to say something before we go to that. You can go to the RSC ministry, look it up online, and you can want to help them out, keep our dirt ministers out with us, praying for all of our fearless warriors in the dirt. And I see that Stars and Bars coming on.
Not just yet, just waiting for Bronson Chermani. No. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, for our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, I just wanted to thank all of our great sponsors that make this all possible. Of course, CBR Performance Products, AIM Data Systems, Sparco, Signature Propellers, It's Just Not Clean,
It's super clean.
K&N, Lawrence Equipment, and Rigid Industries. And of course, I got to thank our great host, Connor Berry, and Bronson Chiramani for making this all possible tonight. And of course, you'll be hearing myself, Dave Arnold, and Randall Alvarez throughout this whole broadcast, and hopefully bring you some great iRacing short course here tonight from Crandon, Wisconsin.
And also for our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is almost over. Let's get ready to watch the first round of heats, and then from there we'll be going to an LCQ and followed up with that to the feature race.
The question is, who is it going to be?
That is a good question. Let me go ahead and load up the info, see if it drops some results for us. I want to verify that. Yep, that is correct. So, for qualifying right now, it's looks like Height Raider, Burns, Swain, Dushlet, Johnson, Carr, Mender, Cooper, Williamson, and Groom will be most likely making the feature event.
Ooh, that's a rough one there. Look at that. Groom now out into 11th. And it looks like we got Eberts. Oh, boy.
Mosos taking away that 10th slot from Williamson.
Now, do we have the full field of the drivers that are qualifying out there tonight?
Once this qualifying finishes, looks like we have 5 minutes left. Oh, I thought it was a 5-minute qual, not a 10. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and take this moment to get yourself a refreshment, raid your pantry and fridge, stock up on snacks, and get ready for some racing. We have roughly about 5 minutes or less left on qual, and once we get about a minute away, we will then review the scores and see where people are at.
Wow, I am just loving watching George Lamosis right now.
He is on point.
Oh, yeah, he's just flicking that thing around. Just sliding around, showing where it goes. And I also want to point out to you, we have a Eberts out there tonight.
That is correct.
And Ebert.
And I believe I already mispronounced that.
Yeah, it's Eberts. And I'm going to tell you, I've announced both of the names for a while. And never in the same race. Because the age gap is rather large normally. Now, which Eberts that is, I'm wondering if I'm assuming it's Ezra.
It says Ezra.
Okay, Ezra Eberts. I don't have that on my side.
Here, let me help you out real fast.
All I see is the last names on
and
that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That works for me. Well, I know most people's names.
Well, you know, so with these new overlays, I'm still trying to figure out what's the best method of doing it. Maybe for the beginning, when we're not really watching too much of the race, having the full name is up so people can see who exactly is racing. And then from there we can work on I can kind of fine tune it a little bit. So like I put up the best time. I figured that's something that's cool to have up there so people can see.
Very much so.
And then some other stuff I can actually put in there is we can actually throw the car number in. So I can actually swap that around real fast. Let me change that. So we can put the car number in front of the best time. So people are interested. And then
I like how it has like Ashton Perfect down below. Yep. California.
That's the current person I'm locked onto with cameras. Let's see. We do have license best. We have intervals, gaps, gain. That's an interesting one. But definitely got to play around with it some more. But it looks like everyone is finishing up on their run tonight. Drake Matag out there.
Look at this, High Rider, Prater, Luke Knupp, Zach Drapkin, Colton Burns, Keaton Swain, Oliver Golding, Ethan Ebert, Nicholas Dachelet. And we're taking 10 out of this one.
Yeah, it'd be correct? Top 10, and then we should see 3, 3, and 2. So 18 drivers out in the field.
I like it. And I'm looking at the screen, and I see 9 through 19, but there's no 10. So Couldn't tell you who's going to be the last guy to qualify.
It shows Ricky Johnson on my screen. I wonder why it's missing that. Oh, it's probably rotating, so it grabs. Let me set that to grab the top 10.
That'd be great.
That would definitely be awesome. Let me.
And I figured Ricky would be down in Mexico.
Either he's having someone sub in for him, or that is him. Let me. Still trying to find out where exactly that selection is displayed. Love working with new overlays.
Looking good.
Oh, I think I found it.
Nope, he's not racing. Okay.
Nope, that didn't.
That is really strange. So Ricky is home.
Oh, that's a bummer. Well, good to have him out here, but a bummer that he's not racing.
Yeah, no. It's always great when all the Ricky Johnsons race.
Man,
you get all three together and you make, or you get all four together and you make one super Richter Johnson.
Those Johnsons really hit the Richter scale.
Yes.
I was trying to think of a joke to go with that.
I don't know. Don't quit your day job.
Thank you. I work hard at that. All
right. Looks like we've established that top 10 there, and moving on to the first heat race here.
And
looks like Carr. Yep. Minder. I'm seeing everybody populate.
To top it off, it's going to be a land rush. You always got to have a land rush.
I expect nothing less than a land rush than when we run the full long course here at Crandon. It's part of the allure.
You know what I really like about this new software is we get to see the green flag when it goes off for them. That's one thing that's been super nice.
The only thing that sucks is they don't have Cowboy running across, pointing at everybody.
We should get a car out there to do that, just for that.
Yeah. No, he'd run out. The Cowboy had his hat on and his boots, and
That's
he'd
so awesome.
have his flag, and he'd look at every single driver and point at them, and run across the field. And as soon as he cleared, they dropped the green flag.
All right, so looks like we got Carr, Minder, Perfect, Cooper, Lamosas, Williamson, Groom, Eberts, Newer, Nix. I believe that's Monica. Manaic, thank you. Hill, Chermani, Matag, Dannenberry, and Argaios.
Looks like Chermani Sopopoli is listed twice on my list.
The brothers are racing together tonight.
Braden and oh my goodness, they are Bronson. Oh
no,
my gosh,
they just got queued up into the same heat, but Bronson won't be out there.
Oh, okay.
It would be kind of funny though.
Oh yeah, it's great when they race together. Argaios out there too, Danbury, Matag. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. And what was the first name of Manak? Manak?
Oh, that is going to be Matthew.
I call him Matt. Is it Monic? Moniac?
I think it's Moniac. That makes more sense.
Moniac? I don't know. I've been wrong on my hooked on phonics.
That messed me up for a long time. Still has. Phonetic spelling. It's horrible.
Yep.
If Matthew Moniac's friends and family are watching, please correct us in the chat. I am totally okay with that because then we can get it right.
Or just get in qualified, come to the podium, and you can correct us.
Or we can just give him the nickname Eminem.
There you go.
Boom, solved. He's already got a nickname. It's the first time I've ever seen him on the track.
I don't know. I might have to wait until this first heat race here. No, all right,
it's Montiac. It's Montiac.
Oh, I'm seeing Moniak.
Same here. Same here. It's got a silent T apparently. Here we go.
It's Montiac.
So they say.
Okay, I'm good with that. All right, we can see Cooper in that Flannery livery machine.
Oh, near catching that
car.
wall.
Oh, you know, the best of the best have cut that wall in real life.
That's the bummer of starting to the, technically the far left side is you got nowhere to go, and you're trying to catch up to those guys down the line.
Yeah, you tend to pinch off, but it looks like Chase Carr out front. Ashton Perfect there, sliding around with Groom. Cooper. Ooh, Williamson gets by Cooper. But it's Chase Carr. I'm trying to spot some of these old school paint jobs here. Pointing out if I could recognize. Ooh, is that Ashton Glitchin?
That is the number 14
Oh.
of Ashton Perfect. You're correct.
Okay. Riding the wall there.
He
A
forgot
little physical.
He forgot to turn off his. He imported the paint scheme with the number on it, so it shows a 9 and then it's 14.
Yeah. All right, here we go as they slide around. Down into turn one again, around it go. So they head up here to the gravel pit.
Yep, 2 laps down, 2 more to go before we have that comp caution come out. The 227 really making a good move around Ashton Perfect and trying to reel in Ethan Groom right now.
Oh, beautiful move going around the 221 machine there, sliding right behind Groom. That's Williamson. Heavy on the binder, sliding through.
Overshoots.
Is that Minder?
No,
Oh,
that's
my
Williamson. AJ out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, Minder slid right in to go with the pass. You see he got by Perfect.
Oh, Perfect. Giving a little bit of a bump.
See Bender in the green machine there, and you see Williamson having major contact with that wall. Perfect slides right in front of him. Cooper now slides to the inside of Williamson.
Beautiful.
Lots of action here. Not disappointing. A little net coating going on. Couple of drivers. Chase Carr not having any problems, though. Look at Chase. Just sliding around.
Locked in. Whoa. Oh, ignore the red up top. So this is... I can't believe this happens every single time on Crandon. So Crandon has a minor issue where if someone hits the pits, it puts them up in front. I need to get that patched.
I can see Everson in the pit.
Yeah.
But it's confused. It's showing Chris Newer now. And
once they cross the line, it'll be Chase Carr, Ethan Groom, Chain.
Yeah, that's what I see physically.
Yeah, I wanna stay with the leaders. Cooper. It'll start knocking them off soon. But that you can see the pit is what we gotta watch out for.
There's Minder trying to make a move up on Groom, gliding to the inside, door to door. Chase Carr all by his lonesome.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a quick cop caution as we stack up and get ready to go again. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take us over to our info scene, and we'll be right back.
It is.
All right, and we are back. Getting ready for that restart up in front.
All right, I got him re-racked, restacked. Chase car's going to lead him around. Always love the restarts here. Coming around that Potawatomi. Turn 1. It's called the Forest County Potawatomi turn. And then there you go. Green, green, green. Ponzi North American turn 2. And then you can see they go by the skyboxes. Refer to that as skybox straight. And then the gravel pit. That's where they come into the Polaris Legendary Leap. Calamity Corner. And then the McCoy finish line. Just to give you some of the terms there for the track. Always love this Walker Evans Racing Corner. And then into Argonne. High speed bank turn. And then they're going to come down through the trees. And then it's that 180-degree turn. And that's Cowboys Hairpin. Car goes wide, group goes down low. Bender in tow. Perfect. Mimosas, Williamson. Definitely some great runs coming out of Chase Carr again. He led the first half of the race. Now looking to do the same. Groom putting his tires up on the curb there, trying to just bring it around. You get a back look there of Chase Carr, his elite sports team. Love how these drivers have now formed little team groups. Beautiful lines by Chase. Little counter steer there. And you can see how he's using the whole track there. Great over the hood shot. Into Cowboys Hairpin. You almost have to give it a little bit of a Scandinavian scrub there, where you kind of flick the wheel, get the truck to go one way, and then it flicks around to rotate.
Yeah, give it a quick flick.
Yeah, that's actually referred to from rally racing as the Scandinavian scrub.
I thought it was a Scandinavian flick. It's a scrub. That's still crazy though how you can get under control like that with just a quick move of the wheel. Hey Dave, did we lose you there? Looks like we lost Dave there. Give me 1 second. Still up in front. Chase car right behind him. Groom and Minder. Battle going to be between Minder and Groom as they make it across the land rush section. Should be getting the white flag as soon as they come across that line. Checkered flag is out. This is it. Chase car, Ethan Groom, Shane Zane Minder. Car, beautiful lineup in front. Oh, and look at that. Minder finds an opening and makes his way across the line, beating out Ethan Groom. Ladies and gentlemen, he snuck through, grabbed that second place. It's all his.
Hello?
There we go. We got you back.
What happened?
I don't know. You disappeared.
I didn't go anywhere.
Oh. Were you able to hear me?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. It somehow it dropped you for a second.
I said Scandinavian scrub, and you said I thought that was called.
I said
and there was silence.
Yeah, no.
I thought you were stumped.
You're just giving me a moment of time to figure it out. All right, looks like we are only going to have one heat race tonight, and we're going to go straight to the LCQ.
So you never finished your thought.
Oh, no, I said it was a Scandinavian flick.
No, it's, well, yeah, but it's kind of like enough. But in these trucks, it's kind of almost like a scrub. You're getting the truck to go the one way, but you're also trying to scrub the speed off.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
I called it, it's Scandinavian flick, but in off-road it's kind of like a little bit different.
Oh, and we got a confirmation from Matthew. It's Pontiac with an M instead of the P. So it was a Montiac. The T is there.
Say what?
It's Montiac.
Okay. I don't see a T, though. They left it out.
Either they left it out or that's just the way it is. All right, here we go.
Well, it's like saying my name's Fred, but the J silent.
It happens.
Jahed. Oh, big crash in the back of the field there.
Yep.
Ethan Groom out front. Perfect, right up on his back corner. Cooper, Batag, Lamosis, Williamson, Newer, Nix, Hill, Montiac, Danbury.
That's a rough one. Ouch.
Yeah, it's Drake Batag. Ashton Perfect gets caught up. Williamson, Lamosis. And that's just a...
That's a friendly dog pile.
That looked like a demolition derby. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, so with iRacing, there does come some issues with physics, and what happened right there with not Lamosos, but shoot, who was in front of him? I think that was Nix. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, I think it was Nix that was in front of him. Lamosos bumped into him, and what happened is it acted like Nix's suspension was preloaded and shot him up in the air.
Got it.
And that's just an issue that can happen with iRacing. And so you have to be careful, though. When that happens, it can definitely just start wrecking havoc on the rest of the field because it's such what's the word? It's a random occurrence, and you have to be careful. And a lot of these guys need to remember that if something like that happens, you got to lift off the gas, let it finish itself off, and let you take turns getting yourself back on the track. Don't punch it. You're going to make it worse for everyone else. It's true. That's what people do, man. They just lay on the hammer and they let it go, and you're like, you can't do that. You got to. I understand you're not going to win the race, but you can't ruin it for everyone else.
Liking the Flannery. He's been on our way back Wednesday for a while, Cooper.
Cooper, yeah, he's just rocking it left and right.
I actually saw a post where Jamie Flannery changed his picture to that actual real race truck he is.
Yeah, you were telling me about that yesterday. That was awesome.
I wish I could like post it right now to you, but you can't. That'd be cool, though.
Ethan Groom, though, look at him. Going, gone. Putting down a pretty big distance between him and Kyle Cooper. Even though Kyle is catching up on Cowboy's hairpin, he's going to break away as soon as he hits that straight.
Groom with a great lead out of front. Cooper trying to keep that hammer down in that Flannery machine. Williamson back there. Chris Newer making his way up there. Jake Hill. Then you got Nick's perfect. Montiac.
So my question is, if we only had one heat, are we going to be taking more drivers from the LCQ, or are we going to have a smaller field for the future? So this is
that is a good question.
It's going to be interesting.
Here they are around Clanley Corner and into the McCoy finish line.
All right. White flag out. This is the last lap.
Groom with that good lead there. Now, what are we going to take 2 or 3 out of this one now?
Well, it depends on what happens. If we go with the standard way it's been going and we have 18 drivers, we're going to take quite a bit.
Take 2. Yeah.
We'll be taking 4, actually. Because we take 2 from the heat, and then we'd need... Oh, take that back. We'd actually need 6 more drivers to fill 18 positions. So...
well, I'll tell you, Newer, Hill, and Nix are happy about that.
Yeah, that definitely secures them a slot up there. And since it's a land rush, you're everyone's got an opportunity to make it.
Double rows. Well, I'm going to be real curious to see what happens here with this group, because there's some fast guys in this group.
There are.
You know, we've seen a lot, them run very much in the top 5 during the main event.
And here we go across the line, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty sure it's Ethan Groom, Kyle Cooper, first and second, AJ Williamson in third, and Chris Newer taking 4th. Let's go ahead and wait for those results.
There's Nix, and there is Jake Hill, the signature propellers machine. Oh, perfect. Montiac just off, Mimosas.
Oh, it looks like
Everts.
I was incorrect. It's it popped the white flag for me, but then now it's showing it's now showing the white flag up there. I misread the overlay. That was my bad.
That's
they got one more.
I was not sure.
Yeah, no. So when I looked up when they hit 3, the white flag popped up for a split second, and last heat the white flag wasn't up. It went from white straight to checkered.
That's usually how it happens.
I mean, sorry, it went from nothing to checkered.
Okay. Well, last time I checked, the white flag, then the checkered flag.
No, yeah, and this time it's putting up a white flag, so it confused me, and I was like, okay, so maybe it doesn't show one.
Quit putting the cart in front of the horse.
But I just do things backwards.
Well, we know Groom is going to take this one as he comes off the lead.
Cooper looking for that outside windup and dives into the inside. Oh!
Yeah, that's just not enough. Yeah, it's just too far back to keep the momentum.
Yeah.
So Ethan Groom, Cooper, Williamson, Newer. Yeah, we're going to find out with Nix and Hill and see if they do take 6 out of here.
We'll find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we have a 5-minute warm-up before we hit the track for the feature. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, stretch your legs, get a snack, refresh your drinks, and get ready for some racing.
All right, a little warm-up time. Now, one of the questions I've always wondered, if you wreck your truck during the warm-up, does it give you a new truck before the race?
Good question. I don't know the answer to that one. I believe it does, because it's technically a new session.
Okay. You know, one of the things I've always also wondered, Randall, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, I don't have the answers to all life's mysteries. I try to, though. I really work hard at that, and it just sometimes it just doesn't. Whew, ouch.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
And he is still going. You know, that's the part where Jim
Well,
Carrey...
we're going to find out. Look at that.
It's sort of the part where he lands on all fours. Jim Carrey looks out the window and goes, like a glove.
Okay. What was that? The Nature Calls?
Yep. And actually, both of them. Nature Calls and Pet Detective, he does that.
Oh, okay. Ace Ventura.
Pet Detective.
Now, riddle me this. If a rooster lays an egg on top of a crested roof, what side will it roll off?
A rooster wouldn't lay an egg.
There you go.
You can't slap one past me, laddie. I'm faster than a wily fox. And smarter than a pig.
Well, speaking of wily foxes out there, Mason Prater looking pretty quick in warm-up.
Yep.
Golding, Dropkin, Swain. I always like how these guys, they really throw it down here, so it kind of gives us a, it's throwing the fast times. So in national race conditions, we're going to see who's going to be fighting for that top position. I know Dropkin's been putting some time in on this track.
So, looking at our fields, they only took 4 from the qual.
Wow.
Oh, wait, nope. Minder's loading. Okay, surprise.
There you go.
But still, it's 12 drivers. Maybe we will get a full 18, 13.
There's Newer. Newer's in.
Yeah, Newer's in there. So, yeah, no, if they grab Newer, that's 4. Let's see, who else it was a little farther back. I think Nix was farther back. Yeah, so I think we will have a full 18.
And I'm trying to remember who was 6. Hill.
Yeah, and Hill's in there too. So, yeah, so we're going to have 18 drivers.
That is correct.
Deduction. We should apply to be the next Sherlock Holmes and Mr. Watson. That's elementary, Watson.
All right, let's see how this is going to shake down here.
Just to double check with everyone, if anyone in the chat can let me know, is the stream back or are we still blacked out? On my side, I don't see a difference. Everything looked fine. I refreshed my screen.
Obviously, my bad riddle and joke went out because Dean Prater just answered it. He says roosters don't lay eggs.
See, he's smart too.
Oh. That's an oldie but a goodie, though.
And that was our 5 minutes with Dave Arnold.
Yes. Things that make you go, by Jack Andy.
That's what we're going to do is during these warm-up sessions, we're going to have 5 minutes with Dave.
It'll be affirmations with Dave.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to watch some racing.
I'm looking forward to this one here because here it goes.
right, beautiful landscape tree right there. You can see it's got green leaves, some mud behind it.
Well, I'm sure it's probably going to have a little snow on the ground there.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really excited for is weather, in the sense of rain and snow for iRacing. I can't wait till they put that in.
Well, they've never raced in the snow there that I know of.
But could you imagine racing in the snow? How cool would that be?
But they could have.
They could have.
Oh, well, you've heard of Frozen Rush, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You got.
So,
I'm gonna have something to watch tonight.
You're gonna look for the Red Bull Frozen Rush off-road race.
Okay, I'll check it out. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. But
you got something you want to share with the class there, Dave? All right, let's go ahead and run through the field of all the drivers that made it into the feature, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with Keaton Swain in, once again, that Appliance Parts Company 210. And Keaton Swain racing on the front. Colton Burns running in that Wood Orchards Apple Store 703, or 307. Backwards, Randall. Zach Drapkin in the Signature Propellers and 92 Designs number 56, Redline Oil on the side. Ambush Esports, Super Clean, and FabTech. Luke Knupp in the Ultra Motorsports number 1, running the 92 Designs, Lucas Oil on the back, Diamondback Materials, Rigid, Sparco, Super Clean. Mason Prater in the Monster Energy Drink Traxxas, Elite Esports number 50. Holden Heitritter in the AIM 92 Designs 512. I don't think these are throwback paint schemes.
no,
they have this Oliver Golding in the 770 OG Racing.
I don't know what happened, but I heard Knupp was going to do it.
Yeah, apparently not.
The only true throwback I see is Cooper.
Yeah.
And Perfect.
Yep. Ethan Ebert in the 57 Ebert Racing. I was about to say maybe my trading paints is messed up, but it's not. It's just
okay. Well, there's an Ivan the Iron Man Stewart paint job.
But that's what Dutchlet always runs, which is a beautiful paint scheme.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm just saying. I'm just pointing that out.
Dave, our favorite paint out here.
The drinking team.
The drinking team.
Ricky Johnson. There we go.
Yep. Running in the, I believe that's what, Swift? Oh, no, self-made training.
Self-made training facility. Facility.
Nice. The 415 right there, Shane Zane Minder. To his outside, it's going to be Chase Carr, the number 13.
In the Elite Sports, I also saw Car 1 also on Minder's team, or his truck.
Yep.
There's Ethan Groom and that factory racing Polaris Razorback machine, 4-wheel parts, Method race wheels, Super Clean. And there is a true throwback. The Flannery stable, Walker Evans on the side of that, which he has Walker Evans' truck back there. Say retro, it is awesome, by the way. And the Autism Speaks, which is very cool of Williamson.
I believe this is Chris Newer's first debut in the feature. Looks like he's stretching his arms there. Getting ready to try and survive the land rush.
Well, when you get older, you got to limber up.
Yeah. To his left, John Nix in the 900, Trinity Racing. And once again, Signature Propellers, Jake Hill, 170. Running those King shocks.
That's a new paint scheme on there.
No, he had that yesterday.
That color? I thought it was white.
It just might be the lighting.
Well, it looks like another color, and I like it.
It's a off-white, cream, eggshell, vanilla.
I'm trying to figure that out.
What? I think that's what, eggshell?
Is that mocha?
No, mocha's a little darker than that. It's got to be like cream.
What you talking about, Willis?
You're out of your element, Donnie.
I think some of the adults got that one.
Oh man, my teammates used to always say that to me because I'd always be asking questions about stuff. They're like, "You're out of your element, Donnie." I'm like, what? That's such a good movie. I had to watch it 3 times to like fully absorb it all.
Well, you know, different strokes, right? What you talking about, Willis?
Yep.
All right. I know you're young, but it's just so crazy looking at that grass and the dirt patches. How they, I mean, when they did the LiDAR scan of this, it's just incredible.
That's pretty cool. I can't wait till iRacing works in ruts and a dynamic dirt. That's going to be so awesome to see the track change over time, not just rubbering in and you know,
blue grooving out.
Yeah, blue grooving out, but completely just changing terrain. That'd be awesome.
All right, here we go. And we are green, green, green. And this is going to be a crazy one. Johnson to the outside.
Oh.
Going to make a run. But it's from the inside. Oh, contact in the middle. A couple drivers, I think Newer got caught up in that. Is that Heitritter jumped right in the lead? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Johnson right in tow there with Ebert side by side.
Give it 1 lap. Some of the guys are probably heading back to the pits after that. Let them cross the line, and then it'll restack them. Because right now, Zach Drapkin's up in front.
Yeah, that's weird. What happened there?
Like I said, Crandon has an issue right now where the way they have the track set up and when they count the front, it just doesn't want to click over until like 1 full lap is done.
Yeah,
especially
but it's Drapkin, Heitritter, and Carr.
Yep, lined up. Then behind Carr, it looks like we have the 302 Colton Burns or 307 of Colton Burns chasing him down. Look at that, Drapkin. Oh, trying to keep his nose tight on the inside. Overshoots, but still has the speed to carry through.
Out of Cowboys hairpin there. They're going to shoot it off in the Forest County Pottawatomie turn 1. Oh, Heitritter bounces off the top. Oh, my goodness. Drapkin holding off the advances now of Heitritter. He's saying, hold on, Holden.
Since we're seeing such a great battle from those two, let's jump over to Heitritter and show you guys exactly what his truck is doing right now.
Well, he's got a good line to the inside. Oh, he would have got him by about an inch there, but Drapkin able to just slingshot by him through the Walker-Evans turn. Love this high-speed bank. Of course, they shoot you back through the woods. That was the big Argonne turn. Love that. Cowboys hairpin.
Drapkin's got a new way of entering into that corner. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I just noticed that.
Yeah, he's been backing it up. It's a little bit of like a not too much of a backup, but more of a side slide. He like kind of cuts in front. If you got the lead, that's definitely a really good move.
He's using the whole track up. That's what's very smart.
It is.
We're trying to look to the inside. Side-to-side contact. Drapkin able not to get bounced off into the walls. That's what usually we see coming out of that turn. Love seeing that. They got the Vision wheels, the Polaris Razor, all the signs, Protect the Harvest, the McCoy Chevrolet.
Yeah, and it's still showing Drapkin behind. I'm so... There we go. Yeah. It's fixing itself.
Yep. I'm just seeing what I see out front right now, and that's two drivers just fighting.
Yeah, that battle between
For that first
Drapkin and
place.
Heitritter, it's intense. Once again, you can see
Yeah,
Zach cut it in there, and he just backs up his back end right in front of Heitritter. He kept it a little more under control that time, but usually he lands right on his nose, and Heitritter has nowhere to go because by the time you're exiting that turn, you have... Oh,
And Highlander shoots by just as you say that.
yeah. Will make me eat my words.
Well, it could have been that with Drapkin, like you said, didn't slide it all the way over to get him to get the run
Yeah.
on the outside.
And
So
like
he was
I was,
trying to push him out.
yeah, and like I was gonna say, it forces Heitritter to pretty much slow up and have to, you know, try and drive around him. But since he didn't push it, you don't have the momentum.
All right, Holden Heitritter coming off the nose around that turn.
Oh, look at the battle in the second pack, though. Chase Carr, Ethan Ebert, Mason Prater, and Colton Burns. 4 drivers that you do not want to be in the middle of.
3, 4, 5, and 6 all battling. Chase
Ethan.
Carr, Ebert. Oh, Ebert! Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, great crossover. Did use a little bit of the of the green to get over there, but that's going to be on the admins for a decision on that.
And you know what I got to point out, which I didn't. I do believe that Mason Prater is running a Rick Huseman retro body. I should have pointed that out earlier. Just kind of clicked in my head.
Okay, he had a, 35 and 55 on the top of the hood. Looked like a trophy.
No, what that was is memory of Jeff and Rick Huseman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that were tragically killed in an airplane accident coming back from watching a race out in Vegas.
Oh, my gosh.
And Rick was, they actually have the Rick Huseman grandstands there. Rick Huseman, one of the most, dominating drivers in Pro 4.
Give you guys a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit
been
of a look
Yeah,
at it right
and that-
here.
Yeah, that's the 36 and the 55 is what you're referring to. 36 with Rick Huseman and his brother Jeff.
Oh, it's really awesome of him to run that paint scheme.
Yeah, it just clicked in my head. Wow, that is cool. Way to go. Love that, Mason.
And the action never ceases. Once again, Holden Heitritter and Zach Drapkin inches away from each other. And the second pack still, even though they stretched out just a tad bit, they are fighting tooth and nail for position.
Oh, absolutely. Prater's sending this one there. Looks like right behind him there, Ebert trying to slide around. Who's glitching in?
That's Carr, I believe, or Ebert is blanking out on us right now. But look at this,
Okay,
side by side. Zach Drapkin,
Yeah,
Holden
Ebert.
Heitritter, able to get around him. Zach Drapkin, can he keep the lead?
Ooh, he carried a lot of speed around that turn. Can he slow it down, get that hook up in the traction?
I think he can.
Ooh. That's
And
going to be the comp caution.
look at that. Zach Drapkin gets out in front and snags the comp caution, the halfway win. That's cool.
The halfway win.
And look at that. Zach Drapkin sitting in his buggy on the picture.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love how I think all the kids, hopefully they all send in pictures like that.
Let's find out. No, Heitritter hasn't done one yet. Prater has one. He's got him in his mod cart.
Sweet.
We'll roll through the line real fast, see who's put one up. For anyone out there that is racing, that wants to have their picture on the stream, I posted a link into the iRacing Short Course Discord. All you have to do is go on there and make an account. You don't need to download any software. It's completely free. Make an account. You can put your information on there, what team you race with, and anything else, and go from there. And I believe we are getting ready to go green. Let's jump over to the race.
All right, it's going to be Zach Drapkin to lead them around. Heitritter in tow, Prater, Ebert, Carr, Burns, Bender, Swain Goshlick, Golding, Johnson, Williamson, Cooper, Groom, Newer, Knapp, Hill, and Nix. Here we go. Down into the start zone now. And we are green, green, green. Prater looking to the inside of Highrider. Highrider looking to the inside of Drapkin. Drapkin trying to stay off that outside wall. Highrider tucks in behind him, takes that line away from Prater. Oh! Clips the bank on the inside.
Yeah, I think Prater's going to go ahead and sneak up, but next to him was Ethan Ebert trying to push him for that position.
A lot of speed going into this turn. Drapkin moves around the outside. Keeps momentum up, takes the line away from Highrider. Prater still working on Highrider. Ebert still stalking Prater there. And I got to say, I mean, everything, the sounds in this are so realistic. But to actually hear Rick Huseman's Toyota was a sound like no other sound. The most wicked sounding race truck I've ever heard. It's a shame you'd never be able to hear that.
They don't have any of his races on.
Oh yeah, well yeah, there is, but in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
It's to feel it.
Oh
my goodness!
Yeah,
that's right.
Odd landing there by Holden Highrider and Zach Drapkin. You know, that's one thing I have to say. Mason has been able to get a better. Whoa.
Prater changing up the lines.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Looks like we're having a little bit of internet issues too, because Zach should not be able to drive through him like that.
It literally threw him.
Yeah.
And there it is again.
Yeah, Prater's hitting him like a rock, but he goes through a Highrider like he's a ghost. And maybe Highrider's having the internet issues.
Yeah, he's ghosting him, huh?
He's just not entirely where he should be.
Oh, very true there. And Highrider, though, out in front enough of Drapkin where that isn't an issue. Prater glued to the back bumper of Drapkin. Ooh, Drapkin gets on the binders. Really changed this lineup that time. Totally different.
And that's really what it takes to stay up in front. You know, throw a couple patterns people are used to, and then change it up on them. So when they go to maybe change their braking point or try and get around you, surprise them with something a little different and make them have to work to get around you.
Absolutely agreed.
Always got to be dynamic out in the course.
Lead follower, get the heck out of my way.
Yep.
Because you can't, if you follow somebody, you're not going to pass.
And yet, Prater's are looking really hard for that pass right now. And you can see him get his nose in there just a tad bit. And still, Zach just holding him off just by a hair. And then Prater crosses over and looks over to the other side. Beautiful racing between those two drivers.
Oh, yeah, and if you're going to split this track up, you can see the different lanes that they're trying to go. There could be like 4 lanes for passing. But it looks like you want to stay down to the inside, those first 2 lanes, which where the traction is. That's why you're not seeing anybody get out there, get in that loamy fluff. Ooh, Drapkin, Prater, both ducked low, hung the nose around. Prater trying to get some speed up here. Be interesting, but I think Drapkin's going to push him a little wide here as we go into that Forest County Potawatomi turn 1.
Yep. Prater resting his nose on the back end of Zach there, just kind of giving a little bit of a push, and now
there it is.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about. You can push that guy up door to door right into the wall, and you're going to make the move.
Yep,
and I think it's a smart move because you don't want to be in that position.
No, definitely. But right before that jump, he was also doing the same thing. He was just kind of hanging on the nose, just to give him enough friction to kind of throw off his run.
Yep.
And those are the driving tactics that you kind of want to see a little bit. They're not hard pushes. They're simple moves out there to slow the other person down without completely taking him out of the race.
Yeah, it looks like Trapkin had a little bit of net cutting going on there.
Yep.
Maybe he might have been the issue.
Or both.
Yeah, or both, yeah. And look at this, Ethan Ebert back there, slowly stalking.
The battle between Zach and Mason had a consequence, and that is Ethan's catching up. Zach now having to defend.
Wonder,
Go ahead.
a little damage to his truck is what you're saying, maybe?
No, I was about to say Zach now has to defend from, a challenge in third, and he's just not in the place to be.
Well, with 2 laps to go, looking back here, it looks like Knup's still back in 7th place. Kind of shocked on that one.
Yeah, he might have damage to his truck. He just seems oddly slower. You noticing that?
Yeah.
Zach Drapkin just seems a little slower on the whole shot. Like he's fast in the turns, but when he goes onto the straights,
there we go.
He just doesn't have enough.
Yep, and you see Ebert right now, and now he's fighting with Ebert, trying to muscle his way through here. Ebert's going to get that line, slide it in, take that position.
Zach's trying to muscle him out, but that's going to open the door for Colton Burns to get up there.
And look at that, Drapkin got the spot right back.
Wow, way to prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's true. And
love to see that.
Here we go, Cowboys hairpin. Ooh, nice move by Ebert now. Gets by Drapkin.
Now, I have to point someone out that's been sneaking up on us again. The number 1, Luke Knupp, working his way up to 7th, and a couple cars behind, but not out of reach of getting up to 3rd.
Yeah. Was it next time around we see the white flag?
That's correct.
Not a lot of time here, but this is a big track. Most definitely.
Heitritter putting on a great lead between him and Mason Prater. But, man, that battle for 3rd is heating up.
Everybody across that McCoy finish line once again. Hitting that Walker Evans Racing corner, and then the Argonne. We are gone. Oh, Drapkin swapping back and forth. So we look at Prater, and then Ebert and Drapkin. Ebert gets him again.
Luke Knupp jumping up 2 positions, now in 5th. I'm telling you, man, this is going to get hairy for the last lap.
Well, that's what I said. I said, where's, him now in 7th, now to 5th. Drapkin back to 4th, Ebert to 3rd. Mason Prater oh, that's not the first time Drapkin found that wall.
Yeah, he's just carrying too much speed in that corner.
Ooh. A little bit of a love tap there to Ebert.
And across the line, here it is. This is it.
Calamity corner to the McCoy finish line.
Oh, and just a nose away.
Hey, look at that. Ebert, Drapkin, Burns. And look at this, though. Knupp slides back to 7th.
Yeah, Knupp got a little bit of a shoulder from either Burns or Golding. I couldn't tell. Coming into Calamity Corner, or sorry, not the Calamity Corner, but the sand pit.
Gravel pit.
Gravel pit, yeah.
I'll teach you. Don't worry. I got you.
I knew it had to do with something with dirt.
Or little
I
rocks.
just got the particulate size too small.
Larger grades. Larger grades.
There we go. Pebble pit.
The pebble pit.
The pebble pit.
Ooh.
Oh, these guys are driving like it is still on. There we go.
Ooh, into the celebration there.
Yep. Mason
on the
upside
flick.
down. We're going to have to interview him like that, so don't send the safety crew just yet.
Yeah. Let him get interviewed like a turtle.
Yeah. All right, let's post those results, ladies and gentlemen.
So Prater, two second places.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Defending against Ebert, Zach. Great battle between both those drivers. Looks like Heitritter hopped out of the car.
So now we got Ambush Esports for Zach Drapkin, that new one.
That's correct.
Himself.
I believe he's got Colton Burns on his team and a couple other drivers.
Oh, nice.
Braden Charamani, I believe.
Nice.
All right, let's pull these guys in. All right. Give us 1 second while we get these guys into the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that was battling it out with Zach Drapkin, sneaking through and taking third away, Ethan Ebert. Great run out there, dude.
Oh, it was a crazy race out there.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like we're watching the front pack for a little bit, and then we looked back, and then there's you and Zach that were battling it out for pretty much 10 laps straight since that restart. It was nonstop. I saw you change up your entrance a little bit, and we're starting to gain on Zach when you're. It's not the gravel pit. I'm trying to think. Cowboy's hairpin. You changed a little bit of how you're taking that corner, and that definitely helped out a lot to really reel in Zach, and then start to pretty much get side by side with him and kind of slow him down, and set up a pass on him.
Right. I just had to adapt to what the track was because it was starting to get blue group, so you had to change up your lines. Like every few laps, you would try to look at the track, see where it's his best, and that's where it was.
That's awesome, man. Well, I hate to keep it short, but do you have anyone out there that you want to shout out and say thank you to?
Oh, yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Elite Esports for having me on their team. Bronson and Connor up in the admin booth doing a great job up there. Mason Prater, Holden Heitritter, Oliver Golding, Chase Carr, and Ashton Perfect just for being a great teammate supporting us through the whole race. And, yeah, it was really fun. Oh, and Sparko.
Awesome, man.
And by the way, epic run between you and Zach, though. It was just great to watch.
Oh, yeah, it was fun to be in, too.
Yeah, I was about to say, congratulations again on your second podium. That's 2 nights in a row up in the podium. Can you do a third?
Oh, maybe, hopefully we're going to push for it.
I think you can do it. So I got hopes up for you, man. I think you can do it.
Hopefully, yeah. Thank you.
No problem, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There we are, Mason Prater, back-to-back podiums, both second in a row. But, man, Mason, what a battle. I mean, you fought your way up through the pack there. Zach, give you a little hard time there. But Holden Heitritter seems to be your nemesis at this track.
Yeah, me and him 1 and 2 for Crandon Long this year. I went first, and then he went second, and then he went first. I went second. So me and him are very close here, and it's good to have those battles. I couldn't really catch him at the end, and I was just playing it safe. He's I think now second in points, so right behind me. So it seems like every single person I'm battling with is the guy that's right behind me in points now. But it's still really good racing. On the first lap, I made a mistake and I slid up, and then I made my way up through the field. I mean, coming through the start and finish line, I was back 8th, 9th, maybe 10th, and then I had to just put my head down and work my way to the front.
Well, yeah, that first turn is always hairy, especially on the start there. And then on the restart, though, that's what it looks like when you start really to put your head down.
Yeah, I was just really just trying to keep my car together, especially for that second half. And I could definitely tell my car was a little damaged after that first start. So I really just wanted to be careful coming through, working my way through the field and not damaging my car anymore, especially since halfway coming across the line, we were, I think, 3rd or 4th. So we knew that we were right there, just had to get those extra few spots.
Well, and also it's very cool. And it was not, to me, it wasn't that long ago, but seeing what you were running tonight, the Rick Huseman and Jeff Huseman, we just, unfortunately, it was the anniversary of losing those two guys very short time ago. And it was very cool, I think, to have that retro scheme of them.
Yeah, when I was going through all the retro schemes that I could think of, and that was the one that really stood out to me. I mean, I watch tons of races of them racing from back before I even got into it, and it's just mesmerizing to watch them drive. So I was really thinking, like, what really inspires me and what would be a good fit for this, and I chose that one because there's nothing better than to have one of the best raps of one of the best drivers of all time.
Oh, absolutely. He was one of the greatest for sure. And his brother was one heck of a pro light driver too of his own right, kind of like how you're following in the footsteps, I believe.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Well, right on. Well, congratulations. I know you got some people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I want to give a big thank to my team, Elite Esports, Oliver, Holden, Ethan, Chase, Ashton, Oliver, Connor, Bronson, all of them. They're always putting up races and always getting me faster and faster and always wanting to put in the work. Sparko, Bill Stein, General Tire, and everybody else that helps. Thank you.
You got it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, the 512 Holden Heitritter. Welcome to the booth, man.
Thank you.
Dude, you had an amazing run. Fighting for second place for most of the race with, or fighting for first and second with Zach Drapkin, just having it taken away from you right before the end of the lap, and then just holding up strong and having to battle it out with Mason Prater. That was really awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing battling with Zach, and then after Mason got past Zach, I knew he was coming, and he was charging hard towards the end.
Yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking to see you just, you're trying to hit those corners and keep them off your back, and it's tough, especially when you don't have someone in front of you to kind of aim for. You really got to work on your time, like your execution, and really hitting your marks every single time.
Yeah, when you have someone in front of you, you can kind of see what works and not and take the better line. But when you're all by yourself, it's up to you.
Yeah, and that's, watching you guys out here and really practice and put in the time, and that's really what pays off. And I hopefully this kind of practice and time on the track pays off a little bit when you guys go to your real racing careers and are able to kind of repeat that and kind of gain a little bit more out on the track.
For sure, it definitely helps.
Well, man, Dave, you got any words for Holden?
I don't know. I was just impressed. I mean, really enjoyed watching him and Zach go for it, and then trying to hold off Mason. I mean, Mason would changing his lines up, and Holden's like exactly what he said. You have to make your own lines when you're out in first, and it's the responsibility of the guy behind you. So, very smart driving.
Definitely. Well, Holden, do you have any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank AIM, PRP, Justice Brothers, Elite Esports, CBR, and 92 Designs for helping me get up on top of the box.
Whoop, whoop.
You got it, man.
Yeah.
Great job. Oh, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good
All
job,
right.
Holden.
Well,
Holden, I got a real quick question. So now you and Mason have flip-flop. You got your teammates. How does that rivalry go into this next time we go back here to Crandon again?
Oh, it's definitely going to be close. We're close in points. We're close in lap times. It's going to be a battle for sure.
Little side bets going on.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, Holden, congratulations. Hold Right Raider takes tonight. Round number 7. So far, Will and Crandon.
There you go. Later, Holden.
Later.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank our hosts for tonight, Connor Berry, Bronson Cheramani, our wonderful series sponsors, CBR, AIM, Sparco, Signature Propellers. It's not clean.
It's super clean.
K&N, Lawrence Equipment, and Rigid Industries. And as always, the pleasure to have in the booth with me, the voice of off-road, Dave Arnold. And I am Randall Alvarez. And then also for our broadcast sponsors for tonight, Critical Lit Bachelors and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just watched the virtual dirt get torn up by 18-plus drivers out on the track. It is time to call it a night and see you guys around. And Dave, for your famous sign-off.
We'll see you next week on the virtual dirt.